France and for Brazil.
Well, do you know what? The thing I like about it is with Fernando, he's just as good as Bruno, and he'll be wanting to show that. It's just Fernandez on the outside. We'll see how he gets on. And for France with Luati, you know, he's up there is just as good as Cleveland, really. So I think these are more tactical more than anything. I don't think it's just to give players. I mean, Patry, Boyer, I think Patry's probably better than Boyer. Boyer's brilliant.
Stefano Cesare is your first referee on the stand. He'll be conducting this game. Here we go then, Brazil taking on France. Brazil in the gold and blue, taking on France in white on the left-hand side. And the first is a block from Isaac.
Going to see a lot of this from Isaac. There's enough time for him as well to get across to Le Goff there. They're going to have to run a lot quicker than that if they want to get past Isaac in this match, France.
Adriano making his first start. Behind he goes to Patry, who gets his first kill on the right side.
Well, this is the thing with Patry. Boyer's been playing so far, and he's great, but Patry's got a better range of shots. He's got a better ability to adjust and manoeuvre the ball around. He's got bangs the gap there perfectly well with that swing.
Patry back at court now. Brizard comes from court centre. Oh, it's an ace serve. Patry dropping that ball short on Adriano.
Well, he's the big target, no doubt about it. Adriano's not been in this lineup yet this week, and there is a confusion. That one right into the corridor of uncertainty between Adriano and Thales Hoss.
It's going to be fascinating to see how France go, because yesterday Canada attacked Leal so much, and he really struggled with his pass. Now he's got two options. Fernando goes behind to Darlan, who goes into the block.
That's incredible. Luati is all over this one. But this is classic France. I love that. He's watching. He lines him up, and he's only closed his eyes on the contact. That's that flinch, which is like sneezing. You have to close your eyes.
Actually, the big serve this time goes to the left-hand side. Thales Hoss. Off the block, second chance for Brazil. Leal with a power tip down the line. Luati's first swing. Now the middle comes in for Isaac. Tempo for Patry. Brazil keep going. Then the power from Leal on the left-hand side through the block.
Great rally, everybody getting involved, keeping the ball alive. Both teams ending up in a pretty neutral position, so it means they're able to get blockers up. And Brizard thinks that's going to block out. He doesn't see it. It's gone block out off of Le Goff. However, if Brizard had put his hands up, he might have actually been able to rebound that back in.
Isaac strong serving this week here in Japan. Flat set out wide, Luati having to adapt to it. Brizard, that fake hit, pulls it back for Patry.
That's some hit from Jean Patry. Love that, and now it's a free one. Leal's like, uh-oh, sorry, Isaac, please don't have a go at me.
Leal's not slow, but he's not also the quickest to respond that way, is he? Back again to Darlan. He gets the shape of Engapeth on the block.
As good as Engapeth is, he's having to guess really where Darlan's going to swing on that, so the split block not helping him, but also the height at which Darlan's taking that is pretty impressive.
Darlan with a big power serve. Ace of Luati, the youngster from Ceci SP in Brazil, making a name for himself here in Japan. "120 kilometers. Darlan lines up again. Engebeth using the block.
Flavio's in the block. Making a second movement. He's trying so hard, Flavio. He's drifted into the net.
He's made a big move as well this season from Tony Calippo over to Perugia. It's a nice step up for him. Oh, it's an ace serve. This time, Lugov.
Once again, Adriano in the thick of this. This is an issue for France, for Brazil, and France are going to exploit it as much as possible.
Two down. Actually, they're just drying his arms before passing out wide, very much a beach style. All confusion again for Brazil.
It just thought then Patchy's like, no, well, hands, arms, what am I going to say? I'm not saying that. And he's put it out wide, and then it's just, yeah, some more magic from Engebeth.
You see the receiving for Brazil, Leal, Adriano, Carlos Hoss. Goes again, this time to the libero. Quick attack for Flavio in the middle. Brizard, oh, with a little left-handed tip. He's developed so well the last couple of years, hasn't he? He's come on leaps and bounds.
Well, a lot of people were saying he kind of faked it an awful lot, really wasn't as good as he was, but you don't win an Olympic gold medal without being good, and he's grown into his role and what he needs to do and how he needs to do it. 8-4 up, Brazil calling the timeout here.
As you mentioned, big questions being asked, let's have a listen in.
Pra não morrer no meio dos dois, tá bom? Segunda com 1 contra 1, meu. Nem pra rasgar mesmo. Uma alta, duplo, beleza. Passa, setorizou aqui, o Blizzard ajuda. Ó, muda, vem pra trás aqui, você não capaz. Tá bom? Vamos jogar aqui, ó, com eles. Tá bom? Começa, galera. Bora. Bora. Vem agora, vamos nessa.
Now, I don't speak Portuguese other than oi and obrigado, mucho obrigado, but you just wonder, don't you, whether Del Zotto is skirting around the real issue when he's looking at Flavio and looking at Fernando about do this, do that, and not actually going, well, that problem is here, we can't get the ball in right now. Which means that Adriano's probably not going to stay on court for too long if they can't do something about it.
Hey, sir, sorry.
Oh, no, but this is the problem. The passing unit is just not in sync at the moment.
They were half asleep at that point. They got so clever just to drop that short, knowing that they're so immobile. So far back. Second one this time to lay out. Oh, it's a big block from Chinyese.
It's going out as well, but let's all remember, everybody, don't invite Leal to play dodgeball with you. He's not very good. Whoops.
Chinyese wasn't even on his way up, was he? France started really strong yesterday against USA. Doing so again today. Darlan from the back line on the right side.
He's reminiscent. He's got hints of Wallacey about him. The way he plays, the height and the athleticism. But there is no one that can hit the angles that Wallacey can hit. That, though, is pretty cool for him, right down the line.
Picked up from Brizard well. Engebeth off the hands and out of play. It's a real quick one to react to as well off the net.
So important for those of you who want to be great setters, want to be good at what they do. He's watching the whole time, Brizard. He sees the ball, sees it on there, picks it up. But a lot of times you see setters just run in and they're only looking at their passing unit, don't see the ball, and then they get caught out by ones that clip the net.
Brizard back to serve, 11-5 up. Darlan again. Feeling he's going to be the go-to man for Brazil at the moment. All around the setting area for France. And then Flavio just pops it to the right-hand side behind Engebeth.
Plenty of space in behind the block. And that cut shot working a treat. I think it's a bit of a miss here, really. It's off the fingers, almost backspin on this one.
Engapeth a little bit slow getting to position as well. The set out wide. Jean-Patrick on the left-hand side. This time, Engapeth stays on the right-hand side for this rotation. Oh, it's a big block again. Darlan from the back line.
Maybe that's got in part to do with that. Engapeth's getting nowhere near Darlan. And so let's send Patry out there, see what he can do. And it's Chinanese who is in and up and across. And no time to react for Isaac.
We've seen glimpses of what Darlan can do, which is that experience, being able to use the ball in different shapes.
Anche col posto 6 ci mettiamo un po' più avanti. È giusto tu, le palle cadono avanti. La battuta è uguale, lui che è in 6, un passo avanti poi batte, l'opposto. Perché ruota tanto la palla.
Still fascinating to watch the French national team having their time out talking in Italian.
It shows everybody watching the level at which France players are playing their volleyball, that they're not in France, they're in and around, they've been in Italy, they are playing in Italy.
Engapeth gets us back underway after the technical timeout. 7-12. Fernando back to serve. Goes to Luati. Isaac gets his hands on the block, but another chance for Jean-Patrick. Another play from Luati on the left side, using the hands.
Engapeth makes a pickup in this rally, and then he don't panic, he just stands still. He's right in the traffic, and that's clever play from Luati. He's not left-handed normally. So I think he is. Now I've mind. He's a right-hander, isn't he? He's not the VNL.
There's the first pipe from Leal.
Le Goff, for me, and I'm sure a lot of you are certainly Le Goff fans, he's one of the best middle blockers. He gets so far across. And look at what a really good change in his body line as well, as he goes up and then he sees and then he reacts to take on that second movement, the second ball coming over.
Going back to Adriano, who gets his first kill on the right side.
Chinanese is playing defense at 6 here, and he's on the same shoulder line as Brizard, and now look what happens. They look at each other, they don't play it. And I think Brizard's thinking, what on earth are you doing there?
So Adriano back to serve. I hit 14. Something back from Brazil in this first set. Oh. Well, there's something.
Well, it's gone down the side, unfortunately, of Darlan. It looked like a monster block, but it's right. He goes up, there's space, and because there's space from him and the net, it's down his own side. Great, brilliant. So if he'd have gone straight across the net as he's going up, that couldn't have happened.
Exactly. Contact called.
The first referee's having a great game. Passerini, as he's known, Stefano Cesare. And he knows an awful lot of these players here as well, as he is refereeing in Italy. And he's a well-respected ref. He won't get any stick from any of them, that's for sure.
Or beach referee, Olympic gold medalist referee. Back into the big serve. It's a combination play again, Luati. It's that flat set over Le Goff, over to Luati. Just forces it wide. Maybe he's better with his left hand on that one than his right in the previous point. 10-15. power. Oh, Brizard doing really well to pull that back in. Brazil recycle. Brizard gets the block! He was underneath the referee, then came all the way back around to the right side.
This is what we love to see in volleyball. That's so well played, and then he's back, he's through. And then, here we go, I'll take that, thank you very much.
Puff of their chests out. Marty fires into the net. Following on from that, 11-16. Darlan plays over in Ceciaspin in Brazil. I'm sure it won't be long before he's around about on the international circuit. Just like his Patrick's on the court right now. Patry down the line on the right side. Mentioned his shape, the way he plays.
Just knows he got all that room. There's no chance for Leal to get anywhere near him. And Thales needs to go and split the line on that. He needs to know, because that is going to be hit every single time by Patry in that situation.
Nice. Behind set from Fernando to Flavio.
Great cut as well, isn't it? Right back into position one. He got no chance of defending that.
Leal at Modena goes to serve. Path. In middle now. Oh, one-handed set backwards from Brizard. Jean Patry, there's going to be a challenge here. Gianni's asking for a touch off the block.
I think it's been admitted to. Mr. Stein just needs to have a little look at Leal. There we go, cancel that. He has done, admitted. And do you know what? That is an absolute product of the Italian league, because Leal plays in it and he knows, yeah, there's gone to challenge, and the instinct is, yeah, I've touched it, because it saves the challenge. And also in the Italian league, if you admit the touch before it even goes to challenge, you get a green card. And what that means, for those of you who don't know, is that you get an award, and then the team with the most green cards at the end of the season gets an award. So it's all about sporting spirit, fair play.
Adriano off the hands now to play. Still 5 away. Patry, clever little tip.
It is clever, because there's no Libra, there's no, and everyone, look at, they're all massive monsters. They're beasts, and yes, they can jump up high and move, but even Darlan's not going to get to this one. Adriano's still moving laterally, which isn't great. For those of you that want to be good at playing defense, as soon as the spiker jumps, you've got to play from where you are. You don't fight from position in volleyball, you fight the ball off the floor.
Fernando just won the point there from Luati in a position he probably should not have won.
God, he's a setter, they always win these. You've got no chance against the setters.
Definitely one for the Setters Club, that. I'll take that one any day. Pull back from Brizard, put away from Chignesi.
Do you know, we're seeing such a development in the game, and as the game progresses, we get these massive serves coming in, and the ball it's difficult to deal with, but the level of the setting now, to be able to take these balls that are really they're struggling with and make something of them. Oh, goodness me!
Again, another great set, this time down the floor, really low hands from Fernando.
He's so far over the top of this, isn't he? That's just incredible from Isak.
(15-20). Forces that ball back. Thales, oh sorry, Diaz. jumping over the boardings.
You've just got to be so careful when you do that, because you have no clue what is the other side of that. It could be stacked full of camera equipment and all sorts. You're better off just letting it go.
Good ace from Adriano. Brazil trying to get themselves back into this first set. Look at serve. Off the hands and out of play.
Sure, that is Adriano's serve is world class. That pass from Diaz is out of this world. Look at that! Oh, you've got that is one for nosy buckets on social media. I tell you, nosy buckets when he'll be seeing that. The way he keeps his platform back to target, excellent.
Keep your eyes on social media for that and lots more from Volleyball World.
Absolutely, Dustin Watton, who's been commentating on BBTV, not with the USA team for the VNL. He's doing lots of clinics around the USA, so imparting his knowledge to the next generation of passers, defenders. Oh, yes!
Ace serve. Isaac had a few yesterday against Canada.
This is properly spiked. These aren't serves, they're spikes at this level, and you've got to defend it. You've got to try and defend it. They thought he was going out.
Takes that one without moving. John Patrick off the hands of Leia, now to play.
Lovely set again, Brizard. His hands are high, he's straight in the air. Look at that, and then the strength, the ability to be able to send that ball behind his head into the hitting zone of Patry. That's what kept Leal in, thinking it was going to go pipe.
Softly, softly from Leal.
It's a little bit through the net. Leal and Capet, former teammates at Modena. Because Leal's off to Piacenza. Next season, they're building a super team.
Brazil still be sets in there.
A double substitution for Brazil, with Bruno coming into the back row and Rodrigo into the front row. Trying to get this lead back, this deficit back. They might not do it though. 23-19 now. France should get it done.
Substitution for France as well. Geoffroy comes on to serve. Quite a few serving appearances in the VNL this week. So can Bruno lead his team back into this first set? One way of doing it.
Well, now they've got Leal going back to serve. Now he's more than capable of getting 3 in a row, 4 in a row. He could take the set here for Brazil. He probably won't, but he could.
To Luati. Brizard goes to Jean Patry. Looks for the touch. There's a few of them asking Gianni, but he's not too sure either. Good challenge.
It has been given, so it is the point. It was off Adriano.
So set point. Brizard.
Well, he had license to go after it, did Brizard. Try to go to the line, try to make it tricky, but now a side out will do it. And they're going to bring on Honorato here. He has come on previously to serve, just to do that. He's a big lad, he does have a good serve on him when he gets it right, but this has to go in. No ifs, buts or maybes.
21-24. Is in. Opportunity with Ringpet taking the set. Free ball now for France. Hoisted high. From the back line. Adriano into the spectators. Another free ball. From the middle. Put away. That is the set.
What a way to end the set that was. I'm surprised, and France thought there was a carry against Bruno, a catch ball, and he made the second touch off of the initial swing. Those were two absolutely monstrous hits that France brought in. Let's have another look at this one again. Under pressure off the serve, great pickup, great reaction, free ball. You're thinking, all right, here we go. This is it now, everyone's ready, 4 players moving. Luarte, bang, picked up, and is it coming back? Yes, it is. And now, right, let's hit it even harder this time then, shall we? Let's. Great way to finish the set for France.
We'll watch Unpeth on that one as well. He's just having a chat to Yanni halfway through the point.
Yeah, that was the carry they thought was but it wasn't given. It's great because it just keeps the rally going. It's exciting. Adriana does so well. The fans are like, oh, don't crush me. Shinanese creates the room he needs to get that ball past the block. Well, that's exciting, exciting volleyball. France, Brazil, and two teams that might, depending on how things are, they might actually be playing each other in the quarterfinals of the.
Very possibly.
And the thing is, as well, it's pretty brutal for the final 8 because it's quarters. You lose that, you're out. One game, you're gone. Win, you're in the semis. Lose, you're out. That was brilliant, though, in terms of Brazil's performance. No unforced errors. You look at the aces. So they gave 3 away. In those 3 aces were, but they didn't hit any ball out. They didn't put any ball in the block, and they didn't miss a serve. That's impressive, really impressive, because that means France had to work for every single ball.
And they know that as well, and they've played them so many times before. You expect this level. So you see some highlights of Le Goff.
He's
mentioned about his prowess at the block.
I mean, I know we're talking about Le Goff, but that pass is why Le Goff's able to do that. That's the pass of the tournament for me so far from Benjamin Diaz. But Le Goff, he's just huge, and he throttles opponents. He gets across, and he's aggressive. Blocking is not a defensive action. Okay, blocking is an aggressive action. It's an attacking move where you are attacking back and saying you are not getting past me, and he's so good at that. So France serves. Oh, this is nice as well, getting to see where the ball is going. That was the one that landed right in front of Adriano for the ace.
Roll shot from Le Goff. And it's how they targeted Adriano in that process.
And again, those two, again, right in between Adriano and Diaz, and Thales Hoss.
On the right-hand side, in the centre, yeah. So yes, Ekanda was really targeting Leal. Now, obviously, with Adriano coming in here. We're back to go in the second set. France leading by 1 set to 0. This game's got a lot of legs left in it still. Johnny just having a chat with the first referee.
The rotations aren't up yet, so we're just waiting for that. The second referee's got a tablet with all the rotations on, and we've got it. Oh, we've got it now. So then now they can just work out where they are. So it's going to be Fernando's at 6 in the back row, and Brizard is at 3 in the front row. So they're completely opposite each other here. Now they just suddenly realised where they are. It's 6 and 1. So Fernando's now going to get himself sorted.
France is getting us underway in the second set. Jean Patrick plays his volleyball at Milano. That's that one into net. Sharing that opposite role with Boyer. Very big, powerful young men on the right side for France. Isak with a big hug. Oh, what a great serve that is, Isak. Yes. Second ace of the game.
Well, when Isak started with the national team, he didn't have a jump serve. He had this jump floater a little bit, and he's just developed it now, and it is such a devastating serve, and he's properly going after that. I think he enjoyed it as well.
He's 208, so he's sitting at, what, 340? 2 meters in court when he's hitting it as well. Engepeth from the back line. Luati uses the hands.
That's such a good play. They're all out of position, France. And position can become irrelevant. Right, I've got in. Patrick gets up. Now Luati's getting out, get out. He knows it's not going to go all the way. And then he just says, I know I've got a block here. So changing his mindset, able to go off of the block and away.
Luati back to serve. Over pass. Engepeth just outside the 3-meter line. A little saunter. It's a wild hat, ball's come down. Into the block, recycles. Brizard. Now, Adriano from the back line just lands in.
Great volleyball, high-level volleyball. Everyone's having to play at their best here.
I do love Gianni being a coach because he stands on that corner. And we don't have lines people here, but we do when he's there because he always points in or out. He does help the referee out.
He's pretty good with it as well, actually. He's not saying it's out when it clearly is in. No.
So Brazil leading by 1, 3-2 here in the second set. Darlan into the net.
Oh, Darlan flirting. Everyone's flirting with the net at the moment. For those of you that are new, for those of you thinking, oh, you know, how high is that net? It's 2 meters 43. And now you're thinking, oh, what does that mean? It's 8 feet, same height as a crossbar in football. And then when you see the end on and you start to see these slow-mos and realise how high these guys are getting, it's just scary.
Again, such a leap on him, that right side.
He's flying here, goes wheels up. And has a flyby with that one, just clips Shinanesi on the way out. Dal's also loving it.
Hammers that ball across. Champatry out of position. Opportunity. That's a point given away from France. Brazil taking full advantage. Pep taking the left-hand side of the line. Diaz into Brizard, and then pipe attack from Luati. Talon just gets his body to it with the ball. Fires off that left arm out of play. Luati finding that gap between the block. Brizard to serve. Oh, another one. This time Flavio wins that ball coming just, had to wait for it to come over the net.
Well, it's good hustle, but as it goes too tight here, Engepeth not too sure what to do with it.
Set from Brizard out wide to Jean-Patrick. See the elbows of Isaac into the net. Very hot down there on the court. These guys working super hard. Courtside assistants to work just as hard as the players on each point. Fernando back to serve. Quick down the middle goes Chinyese.
It's nicely done. He's drifting away from Isaac, and Darlan's got to stay with Luati, so he can't help out, and it becomes a free swing.
Pick up. Adriano on setting duty there. Darlan. Free ball for France. Rizard having to reach high and wide to get that.
But not only does he reach high and wide, he puts it so that the Goff's taking it at his highest moment. This is a good effort from Thales. As you right said, is it defending that is a good dig effectively. Look at the height the Goff's swinging on that. That's brilliant.
It's quicker to see where Isaac's gone on the block. Big serve. Nicely put in. Good point from Brazil.
Well, that's the battle you've got. Luati's going up, and if you don't go far enough across, with the height that they're going at, you can't get that ball down into court.
That low set again. Oh, good hook back from Agapet. Free ball for Brazil. On the back line. Agapet with the skills, with the feet, but it was too late.
It's such a good chase. He's onto it. But it's all Brazil. Darlan with a very good hit. Adriano.
Nine 7. A little bit too far in front.
That's what happens if you throw it too far, you're chasing it. All sorts of issues then around that.
Shot battery. It's a great serve. He's gone to the left-hand side of Leal.
Leal does not like the ball coming over there. He does struggle a little bit with this type of serve. As he leaves it, look at it, he doesn't take a step and he's off balance. He's got turned by the ball. But he hasn't got time to react to it. Doesn't make a shuffle, doesn't take a step, can't contain it.
You go that way again. Oh, it's an ace. This time he goes to Adriano. He's picking him off at will.
Yes. That is some serve from Patry. And this time there's no question that's Adriano's ball, but he too, like Leal, he's off balance. He's got the ball is outside of his knee, his left knee, so he's not strong enough to hold the position.
2 from 2. Is it 3 from 3?
Oh, goodness. It's quite a way out, actually. And it looked a lot closer because it was so quick.
So 2 big aces for France. Gets them back into the game. That service error means Brazil level the game at 10 apiece in the second set. Good chase down from Leal. Got to get himself back into court. Watch the wave of French attacks coming in now. Fortunately, it's a hitting error, so good point for Brazil.
It's all about staying in the rally, keep the ball off the floor, give it back, reset, see what happens. And this is that tenacity has paid off, because it's an error come about by Brazil keeping the ball alive.
With a serve. Chance for Brazil now. The right-hand side, Darlan.
Super swing that from Darlan. He's right over the top of this. Luati's gone too far. He's taken away a line that is just not going to be hit.
That's out. A huge yell heard around the arena. We go to the technical timeout at 12:10. That's not going to be the happier of the two. Gianobi working with his team now. Down by 2. They have got themselves back into this. Those 2 aces from Patrick. Day 4 here, VNL in Osaka, also in Gdansk in Poland. The swing this time from Luati to the right-hand side. Drifts wide. More unforced errors from France's point of view. Unkapeth knew that ball was going to them, but the stack of the block. Just wide.
Let's have a look at that cross court. Got just enough on it. Nice and high.
One-handed from Fernando. Look at the ball spinning. Tip from Unkapeth. Brizard back at the net. Leal again goes underneath Luati's body.
Well, that was an exhausting rally for everybody. So, not too sure what Luati's thinking with that one.
24 seconds doesn't sound long, does it? But when you put it into the context of the movement, the power, what's going on court.
It is a high-intensity training.
Yeah. Luckily, they get a little few seconds now to breathe before they go back again. So 14-11 now. Darlan. Too much on that one.
It's another one where he's just thrown it a little bit too far in front.
So big from Flavio. Into the corner it goes. France agree. Gianni agrees. Leo goes back.
See the height he's on. He's right over the top of Unkapeth. That is undiggable. No one's ever getting that.
Big serve. Free chance for Brazil on the overpass. Oh, Adriano.
He's definitely growing into the game now, Adriano. He was a little bit nervous coming into this, as you might expect up against the Olympic champions, the youngster, but he's doing well. He's passing's better, attacking's good.
So much so the pressure's showing Brazil leading by 4. Some of the passes to yesterday's game, France against USA. Strong the first, but then just fell away in that second set. Came back in the third and switched off on the fourth set. To lose it in the fifth.
continuità nel nostro gioco, nel nostro gioco, la continuità.
The new starting lineup for Brazil. Bruno there, just running onto the side of the court, just encouraging his team. He leads them so well. Fernando doing a good job placing his shoes as setter. Back with the action, 16-12. Big stopper from Leal. Oh, the perfect response. Unkapeth.
He's not really been able to get into this match in this second set. Unkapeth, he's just been starved of the ball a little bit. Well, so when we look at the stats, it'll tell a different story.
Quietly efficient sometimes, isn't he?
Well, when you're an outside hitter as well, if you're passing well, you may not get the ball. Patry is the top scorer at the moment.
Nice. Nice. On the middle. What you expect from Chiesi. Unkapeth back to serve. Runs back within 3. Serve chased down by Tales. Tales gets a little roll shot on it. Patry can't get the kill. Sneaky set from Brizard behind. Doing that, not quite the height, but good, clever play. Good use of the ball.
It's tough when you've got a block like that and you're kind of chasing it off position a little bit. It's difficult to get it back into court. Winding up for that. He got a little bit of luck from the net, but it is an ace. And again, it's that conversation's being had in between Adriano and Leal, who's got that. And really, that's got to be kind of Leal's ball because Adriano wants to get out and hit, but he's behind Leal, so really it should be Adriano's in that situation.
I think it was the extra scream then from Unkapeth that made him distract as well, maybe.
It's Leal saying, buddy, it's your side. I'm not getting into trouble for that.
Dalzotto calls for timeout. Luca Rally there giving some encouraging words to Adriano. Bruno court side, marshalling his team, keeping them going. Nice little pat on the chest for Adriano from their captain as well. (16-17). The timeout did enough to put him out of his rhythm.
His contact point was a little bit too far in front of him then, so he couldn't get it down in time. He needs to be a little bit more under the ball. What a great swing through the middle. Brizard's done ever so well to run Chinanesi and leg off as much as possible. That's such a good pass from Diaz again to enable that middle to get run.
Well, the referee's given it. I reckon there's a challenge coming in here from Dalzotto. He was level with the line. It's that one with the top spin just dropping in. Has it caught the back of the line? Challenge for ball in, ball out. We've got two big screens either end of the court. See the players having a quick look at their top of the shot.
Yes.
Back of the ball on the line. Another ace. First of the game for Chinyese. Big serve. Oh, that's huge. He's pumped up, isn't he? He's pumped up.
He's not far off bursting a volleyball at this rate, Darlan. Carlos Hoss does his job. He's trying to put that into the 3-meter line, and he would have done. Patry not got a hand on it.
Rizan goes to the middle again. Testosterone building on both sides here. 19-19. Duarte is this time. The aggressive swing. Stealing focus from McGurf at the net. Patrick targeting Leal.
It's getting tense now, isn't it? We're getting into the business end, these last sort of half a dozen points.
Huge set from Rizal, left to right, all the way across the court for a backcourt.
I was thinking, oh, is he being flash here? And probably is a little bit. But then there's not much room for Luati to go into. It's probably his best option, actually. And it's such a good swing from Patry off of the hands.
With him being backcourt, he's got that space to see, hasn't he?
It was an absolutely phenomenal set from Brizard.
Service area for Luati. Again with cat and mouse. Big moment of composure for Darlan from the service line. Already have one ace to his name so far. Want to add to it here. They're coming on to serve for McGough. Takes the speed off it, over to Adriano. Then back from the back line is Darlan. Of course, sails into the crowd.
Darlan's got to be careful. He doesn't want to get too pumped up. He doesn't want to over-rev here. They haven't won the set yet. Got to stay focused and aggressive, but not let your emotions get the better of you. Double substitution. Rodriguinho coming into the front row again. Bruno into the back. Three big blockers, three attackers. Leal looking to cause some damage from the serving line.
It's not the damage you wanted. Bruno on with 3-men front court now. Leal on the pipe. Rizal will be serving 22-22 here in the second set. Oh, it's an ace serve. Again to the right-hand side of Adriano.
This is all in the way he's moving, and it's just, he's aimed, right? So he is aimed in that gap. He's aimed into the hallway of hesitation. He's opened the front door, and he's ran straight down it, and no one stopped him.
Interesting taking Leal off, and Honorato coming on to receive.
That's not where the trouble is, though. It might be now.
Flavio stopped him doing that. Bruno goes A little bit scrappy from Brazil. They get an opportunity here. Adriano goes high and hard. 5 players inside the 3-metre line for Brazil then. And Jean-Patry.
Just didn't have anyone who could put the ball away, Brazil. When that went out to Adriano, you're thinking France are going to make the block. They did, but they didn't able to put it on the floor. And then as soon as France got it into transition, it's game over.
It's almost like that training game inside the 3-metre line. You've just got to keep the ball alive. Set point for France. They come back from 21-22 down. Christophe goes to Adriano. Flatter set from Bruno. Oh.
He was waiting, he wanted that. Come on, let's do something,
Brizard with a fake look to the behind, and then just for that flat set. And Ungapet puts the second set to bed, 25-22.
Well, that's going to be crushing for Brazil here, you feel, because they had that set, it was theirs to take, and then just, well, issues in passing, and then it cost them in the first set, it's cost them again. So look at this Brizard. That was the one. I mean, it's not a bad ball, but it's so far over, it has to go out wide because it's all cramped up over there. Didn't get a full swing, and then in the end, Ungapet just says, okay, look, I mean, that is just fizzed at him. And it's all he needs. It's not about hitting it hard. He can just get his hand up, quickly put it down in between the blockers who can't get there in time. Great play.
Obviously, the speed of that ball, just keeping that gap in the middle of the block. They can't form it. So France leading by 2-0 here. France's only losses in this competition: Poland 3-1 and yesterday against USA. Here we see the stats. 4 unforced errors from Brazil, 9 from France. There's those 5 aces. The serve pressure being applied from the French team. Those 16 attacks. Jean-Patry leading the way, 13 points. 9 for Chinese, Luati on 8, and then you get the Brazilian Darlan with 8 kills. Here's the recap of that mega rally. He has been sent down. Quick little play in the middle from Fernando. See another little tip from Ungapet. Went on for 25 seconds, so many options, then layout in the end as Brizard pulling away on the block. It was all smiles at that moment for Brazil, but then at 21-22 down, Brizard went to service line, 8 serve on Adriano, and the rest, as I say, is history. All went the way of France. They now lead by 2-0.
This is what Patry's been up to, 13 points so far, and a complete player in so much of his blocking, his attacking, and his serving and defending. And what a useful asset that he is, and not only that, the strength and depth that Gianni has with him, and then Boyer as well, with the other opposite. 2 great setters in Brizard, Tonyuti, and a decent amount of outside hitting talent as well with Ungapet, Luati, Cleveneau.
The team's having that change in the cycle, also with the Olympics being a year later, then coming into the World Championships, there's not so much time to tweak around. So,
well, this is a French side that is really coming to the fore. They're peaking. They peaked for Japan. They're in good form here, and this VNL, whilst it might not be what they've probably got one eye on the Olympic, the World Championships. Just look out of your picture, both of Chinese and Brizard. Everyone's stood in the middle of the corners of the court, and then Ungapet's gone around and slapped everybody's hand.
They've done that every set so far.
I never noticed until just then.
It's the first time I've seen them do it.
I just thought they were all in the corner trying to find Ngapet's sense of humour, but obviously not.
So Fernando gets us underway here in the third set. He's just signed for FRA Volleyball, so we'll see him in the Italian Serie A League on Volleyball TV. Again, it's the man of the moment, Jean-Patry, off the left hand of Leal, takes the first point in this third set. Rodrigo starting on, replacing Adriano.
Late to react to that one. There's a whole bunch of bodies around the ball as well, which made it a little bit difficult for him. He's quite deep, his horse. He sees it, but he just can't get there quickly enough. Well, Leal beaten. Asa Luata taking a little bit off of that one. It's a really good disguise, and off balance, Leal takes the step, but he's not in any way, shape or form able to play it.
Point for Brazil, they're back within. One now, 2-3. Just having a quick look at the first referee, Cesari.
Play, that's right on the baseline. It is where all the top middles go. Don't really bounce it in the 3-metre line so much, particularly when there's blocks around you. But the way that defenders set up, 5-6-1, the spaces are always in the corners.
Saw that ball being thrown way too far in front.
He did well to catch up with it, actually.
That's actually gone over the first of the little grandstands behind the court. Must be in splash zone, isn't it? Danger zone to be as a spectator behind. Float serve this time taken in by Ngapet, who then delivers the attack. Very nonchalant there.
It's there to be played. You're going to play it. It's a little bit lucky, really. It's bounced up from Flavio very kindly for Cinanesi to block it.
Flavio hoping that his hands were over the net, but nope. 5-3. Leal at full stretch forward. Flavio really tucked up on that middle.
Again, he's slightly off, but he's struggling really with that. Does well to get something on it, but Fernando's having to dig that from around his knees to keep it off the floor. But well played, Flavio.
He's spiking that at 3.14. He's still got another 40 or 50 centimetres to go, hasn't he? At full stretch. Big power from the middle. Oh, then a huge block!
Well, it was such a good dig from Mikey, who's come in to replace Hoss. Keeps the ball off the floor. Brilliant dig.
Out on the serve, comes up with the attack.
What a dig.
Watch that ball come over as Brizard Sets it behind his shoulders. Oh, Flavio in the middle.
Some great defense. And this is a wonderful pickup. He's hovering off the baseline for exactly that reason, Diaz. But look at that for a swing. Chinanese zagged to lunch with Darlan. And Flavio is having the time of his life here in the middle right now with this one going to Spike Town.
And then follows with an ace serve.
Oh, what a great change-up. Luati just not at all ready for that.
Goes to Luati this time, just clipping the tape. Lovely from the back line.
No chance for Flavio with that one. Darlan just about gets out of the way. He can come and join our dodgeball team. We still don't want Leal, though.
So Fernando with the serve. He's trading points here in set number 3. Oh, it's a cracking.
Well, looks in.
Yeah, Gianni's pointing in.
Yeah. It's got to be a double.
First referee's pointed out.
Del Zotto has done nothing. Let's have a look. Top view says.
Gianni was pointing in.
Oh, he's out. Yeah, he's right over the top of that, Gianni, so it just probably covered the line.
Unless Gianni was just trying a little mind tactics.
Yeah, go on, challenge. Yeah, exactly.
So the big man, Leal. Back to serve. Straight into the centre of the court. So Ungapet, and then John Patrick doing what he does best on that right side.
Pretty stable side out. 2 players running wide, but they were all so bumped up. In fact, it's unlucky that that one didn't get blocked. It was a very good read from Tendro.
Swings long.
That's good play from. That's a good time for France to take the block away because Rodriguinho he's away from the net.
There is a challenge coming in from Del Zotto.
I think it might.
I didn't check the lines person what he was signaling at that point. Gianni.
Yeah, Gianni, exactly, yeah. I think he put his hands over his eyes.
He was here with a Hawkeye. Nope. So that challenge is unsuccessful. Still got more challenges to make. That's their first unsuccessful one in this set. France just pulling away slightly. 10-8. Again, 2 changes for the Brazilian starting lineup. In the previous 2 sets. Lay out tight to the net. Down to the backcourt set.
So a legal block, the referee's saying here. So he's back row, and it's been played onto his hand. And that's great from Brizard. He's just kept his hand on his side. The ball's come up. He's blocked it, and then it's a block back by Fernando. He's not allowed to do that because he's a back row player. He can only play it below the height of the net. Yeah. For those of you wondering.
Leal's pass just drifted too far. Fernando just having a conversation with Leandro. Attacks for the middle, but no attack needed for them on that rotation as the serve goes long. So Leandro does go back to serve. Didn't look like Pet was going to do anything with that serve receive. He didn't move his body, just got his arms in the right place. Went flat to Brizard. We go to a technical timeout. 12-9, France lead.
Just a massive serve, but I just have to marvel at the way that these teams are able to get their side outs from it. Then they spend hours practicing this. This is an out-of-system play. What I mean by that is that Ungapets are the only option here against three blockers, but they train this time and time again to do exactly that, to go off the hands.
Ungapets looking at just another swing. And Casual just crouching on the advertising board as there, bit of a laugh and a joke. That's no joke for Brazil, down by 3 here in the third set. 2 sets. Brazil, only 1 game left to play after today. That is against the hosts here in Japan. France will have Argentina and Australia. So 3 points of difference. To Leal on serve. That's big power. Grino with the big swing on the left-hand side. Using the hands. Bruno on. Adriano on. So Bruno's going to come on to serve. Adriano's going to move across to play opposite. Squeeze the ball through the middle. Leal has a quick look through.
He's looking back at him like, how did you do that? How did you do that? Because I'm Leal. That's why. Really good pickup. What a great pickup, Bruno. And then Rodriguinho puts it in such a good spot. And somehow, Leal's got it under Chinanese.
Good serve from Bruno. Quick combination for France. A little smile through the net.
Indeed. There'll always be something going on. Rodriguinho just had his body positioned in the wrong place. He's backed off and he could see that he had his weight on his heels, and then he had to change his body weight to go forward, and by which time it's too late to get his hand to the ball. He didn't go into a neutral position to start with.
Good work from the right side.
Rizzo has just left a massive snail trail now. That's going to have to be cleaned up. That'll take some time.
It's what's worth the timeout, isn't it?
Certainly can be when in conditions like these. Yeah, that'll need some cleaning up.
He's even having a watch with himself, is he? No.
How far can I go?
Brazil back within 1, 12-13. Yeah, it's in nicely. Bet just has a quick look at Leal. Leal does put his hand up to the first referee saying, yeah, I did touch it. Slightest of touches.
It's great in the slow-mo. You can just see how high they get as well. Looking right across, trying to make the blocks.
Great serve down the line.
Oh, do you know what, though? Ungapet was smiling. He was saying to Leal, hey, baby, this one's coming to you. And he certainly did, with a little bit of hot sauce on this. Too hot to handle.
It's his finish of the serve, isn't it? His hand went through to secure the line shot.
But again, Leal doesn't move his left leg, perhaps as wide as he should. He can see it coming. And ideally, I know it's coming really quick, if he just takes a slight step on that, he's got control, he can pass it better inside his knee, and he can get the control he needs. Man, easy to say that, he's going to 100 kilometers an hour, isn't it? Yeah, it's easy to say if we sat watching. For us mere mortals, we wouldn't have even moved at all. He'd be looking around and say, did anyone see that? Has he served yet? Did he?
Ungapet. Boy's waiting. Even Dow's also just hoping that the delay in the serve We'll do something in the Brazilian favour. They are down by 3. They are down by 3. Switches it up to a little cut shot. Flavio. Oh, Flavio fires that lost.
A couple of times in this game where he's just a little bit high on the ball. I think if you just look at his contact position, you can see where it's around by his head and it's all jammed up, so he can't get the topspin. He can't get the angle to get it in.
16-12.
He's rolling it short, and then there's just about making the net, isn't there? Yeah.
He's faking it to go to the left-hand side and then try and drop it short on his friend Leal. Flavio back to serve. Brazil stacking to the left-hand side. I expect this to go. We switched it up to Luati. Quick play in the middle. Leal from the right side. Rebound wall. Deflects the ball out of play. Adriano coming late onto the block. Tight. Bruno just leaves it nicely. France attack. Nothing Bruno could do there, being backcourt. Well, the points are sailing away with France here. Are the hopes drifting for Brazil? Great read by Bruno off the tape. Leal hammers it home. Which mentioned earlier, when Brizard had to read that one, Bruno did really well to react to that off the tape.
It's such an important skill and often overlooked in setters that are getting good at the game. You've got to watch the ball the whole time. Everyone needs to be linked in.
Luati taking the pace out of the ball.
Luati. Well, Luati just thinks to himself, I'm up here, I'm going to get this. And he's just tried to, and it's so steep. By the time he's got onto it, it's just that little bit low. He had a free net cross court as well.
Leandro was out of position on the block, wasn't he? Adriano with the serve. Oh, cracking, steep angle from Jean-Patry. 14th kill of the game.
It's great movement. He's come inside, and the thing is, Leal's not picking up his initial step. He's waiting to see Brizard, and then he's trying to pick the ball up, and he sees the ball, but he doesn't see where Patry is.
Actually can't follow up. That kill with an ace serve. (16-19). A couple of good serves here for Brazil, and they're back in it. Brizard again with another forced set to the back line. Mikey taking down a couple of the collapsible chairs in the crowd courtside.
It's right over the top of the block, and that's going out, so Adriano maybe thought it caught the block because he could have got out of the way of that. He wouldn't have landed in. Mikey, though, better libero, so just grab everything.
Great serve. Ball moving away. Adriano must feel like he's been bullied on these serve receives. To be fair, you have to put your hat off there, take your hat off and go, that's a decent serve, nothing you can do about that one. (17-21). A big leap in. Marty takes it, then drifts over. Flavio gets blocked. Layout from the right. Jean-Patry comes in court. He's waiting age for that ball to come down.
Goodness me, he's still going.
Barging him out of the way. Flavio with a shutdown block.
Oh, it's like, come on, boys. You can't expect me to go chase that, can you? I've already done one good deed. This is incredible volleyball. Everybody giving it their all. Such a set as well from Bruno to put that ball up for Leal, and then Ungapets gets this one, but he's now watching the next. He hasn't really struggled. He hasn't darted back in, has he, to be a part of it?
He's a part of this one, though, isn't he?
He came in then as if they were going to run a double quick, and then he stops, pump fake, goes on a half ball.
It's just an ease about how he moves. Just ahead of the game, reads it so quick.
I think he's a player that just isn't overawed by the occasion or the moment or anything. He's just enjoying playing, like as if he was playing back home with his friends.
Lovely kill.
There's still all to play for. This is great. Rodriguinho gets that past Brizard. There wasn't much line to work with. There's still points to play with here.
It's been 3 for a while. Again, the deftness of touch of Ungapet. Using the hands once they commit that block. Two required for France. Brizard sails that ball into the advertising boardings.
Got to stay focused here, France.
That serve goes into the net. Rodriguinho, and that means it's set and match point. 24-20. Changes his serving style, goes for the flat float serve. Wasn't too much on it. One match point saved. We had the matches to play with. There's going to be a change on the serve here. Flavio will depart. Honorato will come on to serve. He did this earlier in the game. Powerful outside hitter. Here, facing match points against him. France's side out to win the game. Jean Patry it is. It had to be. Taking his tally to 19 points. France win the third set, 25-21, and the game by 3-0. Well, there's their celebration in the centre, and quite rightly so.